Welcome back to Rev Matches and another video. In this video we're going to cover 5 things that we love and 5 things that we hate about this i20N. But before we get started, please like and subscribe this video because it helps us out a bunch. Let's get number 1 on the go. So number 1, and the first thing that we love about this car, is the exhaust. This car sounds unbelievable, guys, especially in 2022 when cars have been fitted with petrol particulate filters. This car sounds fantastic. It pops, it crackles, it puts a smile on your face when you're changing gear. It makes some great sounds on the up change and the down change. So number 1 is the exhaust. So number 2, guys, the price of this car. Now, this car's £25,000, which is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but in this day and age, for a car like this, a performance car, to be that price, it's quite good. And when you look at it in a PCP, this car can be had for in the 200s, guys, and that, for a performance car in 2022, I think the price is excellent. So number 3, guys, is the Aero. The Aero on this car and the styling, I think, is fantastic. It looks very aggressive, and if you're into your rear wings, if you're into your diffusers, if you're into your splitters, this car looks fantastic. So the 4th thing that I love in this car, and one of the reasons that we got it, was the custom modes and tech. So if we look here, we go to N mode, and this brings up all of your customizable apps. And as we swipe through, we've got the customizable N modes, and you've got custom 1 and custom 2. And we're going to go through this in later videos, but this is where you can change your rev matching, G-force meter, you can even activate the launch control. So the 5th and final thing, guys, that we love about this car is these seats. They hug you really nicely, very firm bolsters, and they hold you in place when you're going around those tight corners. So guys, moving on to the things that I dislike or hate about this car. Now, I actually like a lot of things on this car, so I found it quite difficult to find the things that I hate. So I've been a bit nitpicky. So the first thing that I dislike about this car is the rear view camera. Now, the rear view camera is great, but when you're driving along, the camera gets dirty and it's not covered. So when you pull up somewhere, put it in reverse, sometimes you can't see anything and you have to get out and give it a wipe. Okay, the second thing, guys, that we dislike about this car is a personal choice of mine. I chose black metallic paint. Now, if you like cleaning your cars, it's a good thing. If you don't like cleaning your cars, it shows up quite a lot. So number 3, guys, Hyundai had to keep the weight down of this car. They got it under 1,200 kilos, and subsequently the doors feel quite light. So when you're opening the door and closing the door, they feel light. So the 4th thing that I hate or dislike about this car is the wireless charging pad. Now, the wireless charging pad is good, but what happens is when you put your phone down, there's not a lot of places that it can grip, and if you're moving around a corner, your phone just slides off and your phone doesn't charge when you get there. So the 5th and final thing is that all modern cars now shipped and bought in the UK have to have factory fitted speed limiters in the UK, and it's law. Now, on the i20N, you can kind of get around that. So if we go into settings and vehicle, speed limiter, you can see here that you can turn off the speed limiter, so that it's not going to affect you at all. So guys, we're going to leave it there for this video. If you would like and subscribe, it's going to help us out a bunch, and we want to bring you weekly content, and we'll see you next time on Rev Matches.